We are leaving hot, steamy Charleston on the way to Maine. Bouncing around in a flat, calm sea, eating ice cream. What else is there to do? Really bored of eating ice cream.
That is our sun cover.
Bloody hot, does it say?
Little. We are listening to the music, reading books, and eating.
Absolutely no wind. About 30 miles offshore of North Carolina. On our first day out, still motoring 6 hours after we left. See the thunderclouds building up on the shore as they usually do. And I guess the sun's going to set in there behind them. One is in there somewhere reading a book. Rather bored, I think. Finally, after 20 hours of motoring, we are sailing, barely, on the beam reach. 7 to 8 knots. We're doing 6 knots, and we have finally found the Gulf Stream. It's putting another 1.5 knots under us. Lovely day. At least there's some breeze to keep us cool. Not exactly a stunning sailing. Sailing on a rolly old sea along the northeast coast of the US, just off the shelf. We're going to try to go on the shelf to see if we can get things a bit smoother. This guy's sailing quite nicely. He's got every piece of canvas up he can find. We had a nice gentle 7 to 10 knots, so we put the spinnaker up. She's pulling us very nicely. But now the wind's increased to 14 to 17 knots, so it ain't coming down now. Not until the wind drops. And it's pulling us along at a nice 7. Even if I'm a bit twitchy about it. One is in the cockpit with the sunshade. The air's quite cool, but the sun is very intense. And all around us, somewhere, we have military aircraft breaking the sound barriers. We have ships doing live firing. We can't see any of them, just hear them on the radar, on the radio. Gorgeous day. Spinnaker down for sunset. Back to the same old, same old. And the lovely sunset has just popped below the clouds there. Although on the GoPro it looks 1,000,000 miles away. 2 days down, 1.5 to go. Before Boston. Lobster. Cold water. Yeah. Cool air. We are having a lovely gentle sail into New York. Oh, did we mention New York? Yes, we were heading to Boston, but we said, let's just stop into New York for a night. So that's where we're going. We've been motoring for days and days. And now, the wind is just coming in a gentle 10 knots on the beam. Could have the spinnaker up, I can't be bothered to get it out again. We're just sitting and trickling along at a 6.5 knots. Clear, clear blue sky. Lovely cool water. Lovely cool air. No damn humidity for once. We may even get quite a nice sunset here.
Okay.
You may not be able to see from this elevation, but we have just come off of the Atlantic Ocean floor onto the shelf, where it went from 2 kilometers to 50 meters in 3 miles. It's just this ridge that drops off deeper than the Grand Canyon. Quite amazing. It's almost a shame it's covered in seawater. And Juana has just made afternoon tea. Not quite at 3, tea at 3, more like tea at 6. These are the days, the moments, when it's wonderful to be on a sailing boat. For all those angry bow wave shots that we've been producing, this is a nice gentle one. Look at that. A little cutie bow wave. Nothing coming over the deck for once. Such blue sky. An inky blue sea, which is rather chilly now. It's gone from 28 degrees to 22 degrees in the last couple of days. And the subsequent beautiful, cool breeze coming across the deck. Can you see anything, my shark spotter?
I've lost it.
We have just seen a turtle in the water, or what we thought it was, and we picked up this big orange basket. And then we saw 2 shark fins. No?
No, I've lost it.
That's a shame. It's fancy shark for tea. Shark fin soup. We are on an environmental mission. So far we have 1 red basket, 1 party balloon. Right. Just killing it.
That's our 3rd good deed for the day.
Okay. We're gonna get some serious bad karma now, as the saying goes.
Beautiful sunset. We are motoring again.
A recap of where we've been. We came into Florida here, St. Augustine, in a few days. And then we came along the coast and into Savannah, the long river in Savannah of Georgia. Then along the coast a bit more into Charleston in South Carolina, which is where we've just been. And now we are heading up the coast to New York. So we came out into the Gulf Stream, caught the Gulf Stream out here very nicely, but about here it got very, very rough. So we turned inland a little bit to try to get out of the rough water. Headed straight north towards Boston, where we made a sharp left-hand turn here when we decided that we would go into New York for the night. So we changed course by 45 degrees and arrived into New York on a beautiful sunny day on July the 1st. We are coming into the Big Apple, New York. Just see Freedom Tower on the skyline there. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. This is the Narrows Bridge, and there'll be a lot more GoProing to take. Sounds Someone's slightly excited about coming to New York.
Not at all.
As we get closer, this is the Verrazano Narrows suspension bridge. And there's lots of numpties parked right in the middle of the channel fishing. Guess if you're a New Yorker, you can do what the hell you like. This is a big bridge, double-decker. I can already hear New York sirens. So let me quickly check the maths. We are 88 feet and the clearance is 150. Let's hope they've documented it correctly. And we're through. Oh, shade. Nice. Welcome to New York. We are in the harbour, officially. Statue of Liberty, donated to New York by the French. And there's the Big Apple, although on the GoPro it looks a million miles away. Brooklyn Bridge, and that there is Wanna. Statue of Liberty, the Big Apple, and Cloudy Bay, all in one shot. Who would have thought we'd have ever got here? It's magic. Magic skyline. Statue of Liberty behind. Ellis Island to port. Big barge full of rubbish to starboard. And Manhattan.
Our personal touch to the city noise.
Imagine we're going to need our big fence. Cloudy Bay in New York, tied up in Manhattan. Center Park is just over there. We're quite a way up the Hudson. So 4 hours ago we were sailing on the Hudson River, and now we are in Times Square.
The heart of New York.
A very hot, busy Saturday afternoon. That's us, 4 days at sea, straight into the sightseeing. No rest for the wicked. In the distance, the Chrysler Building. The Freedom Tower. And the sun. Looking down onto Times Square, still mobbed with people. This is the cheapest marina in New York, but it's the most expensive marina we have ever had, and the worst. Hardly any cleats, no Wi-Fi, bashing up against the side. It's really not nice at all. So we're out of here today. It looks nice and calm now, but when a tripper boat comes past, all hell breaks loose.
We are leaving New York.
And our grotty marina. Let's be out of there.
Oh, Fenders are having a bath.
And Fenders have had a major bath. They were covered in duck food. Love duck food. All over Fenders and Harlem. Favourite. I guess it's better than grit. Part 2. Fanciest marina in New York, only $600 a night, so it's always a bit cheap. Downtown Manhattan, quite the dress to have. I guess we could sell Cloudy Bay and buy one of the little flower boxes up there. Coming under the Brooklyn Bridge. It's just a hive of activity here. Just gonna get one trade center there in the back. And Cloudy Bay. The famous Brooklyn Bridge. And under the next one, Manhattan Bridge. Could do with a coat of paint. I hope we're okay. I'm just looking backwards all the time. Wonderful view of the city. Manhattan Bridge, Brooklyn Bridge, Manhattan downtown. amazing, you still get these rough old warehouses right downtown Manhattan. A few drug deals done in there, I'm sure. The Empire State stands alone. Very interesting building there. Nice little garden on the piece that joins the two. Chrysler Building and the United Nations headquarters. A lot of nothing goes on in there, in my opinion. East River coming down the side of Roosevelt Island, which takes us right past uptown New York. Going through Hell's Gate, that's the river up to Harlem, Harlem River. You can get 5 to 7 knots and water swirling here, so we've hit it bang on slack water. We're going up here to Connecticut. This is Roosevelt Island, the end of. Looking back onto Manhattan. Going out gear. How was that? 24 hours in New York. Okay, we need to come back. We will be back. But in cooler climates, maybe September.